right. Hello, hello. We are on 7 Lair. This sounds really loud in my ear. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I do apologize if that just blew out your eardrums as well. We're going to turn this down as well. I forgot how loud Fata Morgana games are. All right, tell me if that is too low. But otherwise, it was like blowing up my ears. Anyways, hi. Welcome. We're on 7th Lair. I took a quick look into the game. Like, I didn't go into it. But I did sort of read a review or two to try to figure out whether we should start at start or that Neum Heaven. I assume I'm going to have to figure out how to say that. I really should have looked that one up before stream. Didn't figure that out in case anyone wanted to know. But I did find out this is going to absolutely emotionally wreck everyone. So we're all in for the same ride, I guess. I don't know whether you need to have read or watched or played House of Fata Morgana first. But if you do, please feel free to look below at the link to our YouTube channel because all of Fata Morgana is on there. It's only gonna take you like, I don't know, 6.5 days if you don't sleep. So have fun. If you've been sticking around, thanks so much. Thank you, chat, for giving me the recap. I'm actually going to skip it just in case there are people who haven't done Fata Morgana, not to spoil them. But thank you anyways for posting that. Sorry, I should have let you know that before stream. If you're new, hi, I'm Kels. Nice to see you all. And yeah, I know nothing other than it's going to emotionally wreck me, so I'm really nervous. If you can't tell because I'm babbling, let's just start. We'll start at start. Oh, great. This game, I don't know why I'm worried about depictions of blood, graphic violence, or any of that. I know it's going to emotionally devastate me. Feels like we got a upgrade in the visuals. I don't know if we did or not, but so are we leaning real far into the religious trauma again? Because I'm worried. Like, even I know Ave Maria, so. Yeah, this is definitely Ave Maria. Oh, that's a bunch of Italian. I don't know how to read that. All right, 7th Lair. Sorry, my Italian is real bad. Oh, no, we have to enter a name. Do we actually have to enter a name? Maybe we don't. Huh? My name? What does it mean, input my name? Please input your name. You know it's bad when the computer is yelling at you. What? Is this some kind of dream? What's going on here? What on earth? Why can't I speak? Nothing comes out when I try. All around me. Damn, it's pitch black. I can't see anything. Oh, we're back to enter name. It's like, come on, bitch, figure this out. My name? What's going on here? Who's there anyway? What's happening here? Answer me. Please input your name. In 5 more seconds, it will be input automatically. What? My name automatically? What does that mean? I mean, how am I supposed to input anything? Oh my god. Wait, at least answer me. I have no idea what's... Hey! Well, I can't wait to get a randomly assigned name, like, I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4. So my name. I need to say my name? But I can't speak. It's Michael! My name is Michael. For those of you who missed us playing through Fata Morgana, we decided to pronounce it Michael because Michelle also gets said sometimes. And so to say it out loud, it's easier to differentiate that way. Exactly. My new name is Noobcake69. Michael Bullinger. That's my full name. Please work. Welcome, Michael, to 7th Lair. 7th Lair? Wait. Huh? And in that moment, the darkness was gone. What enveloped me next was a clear blue sky. After the jolt up my spine, I realized that I wasn't standing on anything. My own screams thundered in my ears. I was falling. Huh? There was nothing to hold on to. Need an explanation of what's going on? That's exactly what I want, too. Some random words forcing me to give my name out of nowhere, and then I was thrown up into the sky, and now I was plummeting. That was all I knew. It's over. Thinking wasn't gonna help. I'm dead. I mean, to be fair, death didn't stop us in the last game. Why would it now? Are we on to like a Maple Story kind of? Oh, this is Graveyard. Maybe not.
Get up. Hey, get up. Come on and get up already.
I'm hoping this is Giselle, otherwise I've used the wrong voice. So bright. What the? Oh, it's not. Hey, Nellie.
Good, you moved. You were completely still, so I was pretty sure you were dead.
What? Who is this? And where am I? A graveyard? My eyes still hadn't adjusted to the light, but as it settled into focus, there was a young girl with softly colored hair looking down at me. I probably had a totally dumbfounded look on my face. That would have explained the suspicious yet concerned look she was giving me.
Hey, are you okay? Get it together already. There's like so much that I want to ask you.
You want to ask me?
Hey, so what happened? You know something about this place, don't you? So who the heck are you?
What the heck's going on here? Have we all been isekai'd? Like, is that the whole plot of this? Oh, music is louder than me. Nope. Let me see if I can... Well, that's saving. Aha. Alright, hopefully that's better. Let me know if I still need to turn it down. What? No, hang on. Don't just freak out on me.
Answer me. What's the deal here? Why is something crazy like this happening?
Why, I mean, I'd like to know myself. I don't even know what's happening to begin with.
Wait, so you don't know anything either?
I, at least, can't answer any of your questions. I don't know anything. With my mind still foggy and this little girl grilling me, I tried to look around. Where was this? Why a graveyard? And not to mention, after falling right out of the sky, why was I uninjured? And what was that before? This isn't a dream, at least, I think.
What gives? I feel dumb for getting my hopes up now. After that crazy way you appeared, I was sure you definitely knew something.
Crazy way I appeared? I mean, we did just fall out of the sky, from what I understand.
Yeah, all of a sudden the sky was all flashy.
The sky was flashy?
That's why we were so surprised.
Do you have Mel too? Is that why you're we? Or do we have the collective of girls again? I miss the collective of girls.
We ran over here to see, and you were dead on the ground.
We? Wait a second. I have no idea what you're saying. I don't even know who you are. Hey, Mel. Nellie, I think you should calm down. I know, I missed the girls' sleepover party. Hopefully we get that back. because I do miss that. We were vibing.
He's clearly just as confused. It'll only make it worse if you bombard him all at once. I was so distracted by the little girl that I didn't even notice, but there was someone else here. It was a boy with a gentle-looking demeanor. His hair was a similar color to the girl's. Who are you? I'm Mel, Nellie's older sister.
Older brother, I know my genders.
Nellie is her name, by the way. Mel? Is something wrong? No. Anyway, I'm sorry, but we're flustered too. We didn't have any ill intent pressing you like this.
He's composed, smart. I still have no idea what's going on, but it seems like I can get somewhere discussing this with him. The looping on the music is not fantastic, so it trails off, and then I'm like, okay, we're getting to something, and then it starts up with the Minecraft theme.
But Big Brother, do you really think this guy doesn't know anything? I mean, did you see the way he appeared in the sky?
There we go. I feel like I remember your names from a past life. Stay away from each other.
Indeed, that did make him seem important. But it also isn't guaranteed that important people have any information.
No, wait, I want you to wait a second here. What, do you mean by the way I appeared?
I already told you! Oh, flashy-like!
And I told you, I don't know what you mean.
To put it one way, it's like you were a gift from the heavens. You were wrapped in a bright light, and some mysterious power sent you downward.
Are we an actual angel? Like, after all of this?
What? No, come on. Isn't that a crazy way to put it? I think so too, but I can't help it if that's how it looked.
You make it sound too cool given the nature of our situation. And rather embarrassing, I might add.
But you know, it's kind of ridiculous.
Huh?
Usually, if someone's gonna fall from the sky, it's a girl, right? So why do we get some stick-in-the-mud, long-haired chump?
Ow! Jeez, Mel. When did you get mean? Let me take that back. You are not the reliable character at all. You're the punchable one.
Hey, what's with you? All I did was say what I was thinking.
Be a little more choosy with your words.
Oh, stop it, you two! We have to hurry up and make sense of this situation.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, you're right. To think that the youngest of all of us was espousing the most wisdom.
So, you have no idea what's going on after all. You're the same as us. When we came to, we were in a forest.
That's true. Mel has always been obliviously rude. I forgot the extent that he went to. He never felt like he was going, like he meant to be rude. That one felt targeted. Watching you, kid.
At first I thought because I'm so super cute that we got kidnapped. I really did.
Right, because you're so super cute, Nellie. What's with these two?
But you just seem too unreal. I think that's the way to put it. Appearing out of nowhere and all. So I had no idea what to think after that. I mean, I had never seen anything like that.
And also, the clothes we have on. Aren't they weird? Did you always wear clothes like that? Huh? Now that he pointed it out, I finally noticed it. Their clothes weren't modern at all. Right, they were plain, old-looking, like we had jumped back a few hundred years in history. And what's more is that it wasn't just them. I was also dressed the same way. This robe looks hard to move around in.
Hey, is this...
Just as Nellie opened her mouth to speak to me amid my bewildered silence...
Huh?
Vaguely, but still enough so that all of us were aware, some change occurred. It was in the air, or rather, the feeling in the air. The world that surrounded us suddenly changed. Above us, there's something... Give us Giselle. Oh, okay, fine. Game start, then. That is a beautiful illustration. I love him.
floating in the air. What is that? What is that? The hero and his party then departed on a quest to save the world. What the heck am I supposed to say to that? No, come on. That doesn't explain anything. That's skipping so much. A game. Did you figure something out? I just remembered what happened before we came here.
There is a QR code, and I am so tempted to try to scan it. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna download a virus onto my phone or something, but... Oh, it goes to... Well, that's the publisher's site. I'll look at that in a little bit. That's $4.90. And I'll also move me in case anyone else is curious. Oops, that's the stream. Maybe not move that one. Okay, can we maybe select me? There we go. In case anyone wants to scan it really quick.
I just remembered what happened before we came here. I was trying to download a game.
What? What kind of game?
It was a game that was released on April's Fools this year.
But from where?
From a place called Realm Heaven, run by someone named Dark Knight.
Oh, that is indeed where that went. In case anyone else scanned it. Realm Heaven? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, so if I'm not, someone stop me.
Realm Heaven.
An indie game site?
An indie game site.
That's, how do I put this?
So you downloaded the game from there too, right?
No,
Out with it. We're here in this crazy unknown situation together. Don't go hiding anything from us.
That's my website. Yeah. Really, Michael? Alright, I'm gonna move me back. There we go.
You're Mr. Dark Knight?
Yes.
You're the villain?
Wait, no, it's a misunderstanding. A false accusation.
How could it be a misunderstanding? I got the game from that site, and then this happened. What kind of trap did you set, you monster? What are you planning on doing to us?
This guy's not only a pain, but he was the madman developer as well? It's a misunderstanding. You got it all wrong. And hey, who are you calling a pain? Look in a mirror. You're a pain in the neck any way you cut it. And what the hell is Realm Heaven even supposed to mean? That translates to Kingdom Heaven. It's supposed to be Kingdom of Heaven. That's why you're a pain.
Big brother, our point of discussion isn't how much a pain Dark Knight is. He made some crazy game, and thanks to him, we got sucked into this game world, right?
What? Sucked into the game world? Yeah, look what you got us into. No, like, come on, wait a second. You can't, I mean, getting sucked into a game world, there's just no way that could happen. Totally impossible.
But isn't that the only explanation for this right now?
I mean, you hear that BGM faintly playing too.
And that title and that text up there? And how you appeared in the sky? This is a flippin' RPG.
What? Is that what it is? No, wait. Can't we assume it's some kind of magic trick? That sounds way more realistic, right? There we go. Why did we not just type Dark Knight when the game asked for our name? I mean, Michael, do we recognize anything? Is this any of your game assets? Like, a game does take a very long time to make. You should be seeing these in your sleep. How could Game World be the first thing that pops up? It's no way. It's not realistically possible.
I understand that, but reality is happening here. So it's only obvious we'd suspect the person who made it.
Or
Wait, didn't you make some sort of virtual reality game? And how could a single indie game maker produce a VR game on this scale? They really believe that this is a game world. Perhaps this is just their youthful imagination running wild, or maybe they know something that I don't. I still can't make any kind of judgment call, but whatever world this might be, I'm not the bad guy here. Either way, I need to remedy this misunderstanding. For starters, I have no recollection of ever making a game called Seventh Lair.
But you released a new game on April Fools. I remember now, the name is the same. The file name was Seventh Lair.
No, I really have no idea. Look, the game I wanted to release on April Fools was...
What was it?
Huh? Now what? On April Fools, what was the game I was gonna release?
Don't ask us. I don't know.
My memory is declining by the second. What's wrong with me? I really can't remember. I planned to put something out. That much I remember. But I have no idea what that was. It's as though there's a perfect little hole in my memory. But at the very least, it shouldn't have been an RPG. And Seventh Lair isn't a name I remember giving it.
I just can't believe this game's maker is here. He's doing nothing but playing dumb.
Wait, I really don't know. I mean, right, yeah, even if just hypothetically I did make this game here, then why would I involve myself in it like this? If I was the creator, then wouldn't I give myself a higher position of power? I'm a victim here. I wonder. So, what? That makes you the hero, right? You'd obviously give yourself that role because you wanted to be the one in this game with the most power. But why do you assume that I'm...
We have cards. Role cards.
Role cards?
I'm sure you're supposed to have one too. Big Brother and I had one from the beginning. Mine had Mage written on it.
Oh my god, someone gave Nellie fire. Of all the characters to have fire, I don't know that I would have picked her. It said priest on mine. I don't have anything like that. I wanted to name it Bestie Made Paradise. Forced to move by their glares, I felt around in my breast pocket, despite hoping that I wouldn't find anything. The slim, paper-thin profile of a card grazed against my fingers. And on that card... Oh, yep, there we are. Whoa, it really says it.
Red-handed.
Indeed. No, really, believe me. And now that the physical evidence is in your hand, how are you going to weasel out of it? You wanted to play adventurer and needed to drag us in to do it. That's it, right?
Speechless, as expected.
You're wrong. You two don't even know what it's like to be a creator. Your perspective is completely that of an end user. Of course, some creators would like to be a character in their game, and I'm not saying that's wrong or anything. But Dark Knight of Ryome Heaven isn't like that. You two don't understand my games.
The goal to actually talk about understanding.
Right? I do not wish to be a player in my game. I am the creator, the one and only god of Ryome Heaven. I don't want to be Adam and Eve. This guy.
Adam and Eve.
I am the Alpha and the Omega. With my creations, I enjoy watching the users flail as they complain endlessly about it. If I play a tabletop RPG, I'm not the player, I'm the game master. I want to see the players rack their brains over my constant, impossible quests. Who would willingly throw themselves into a map littered with traps of their own design? You have definitely been told you're a terrible game master.
You need to empathize with the players a little.
We play The Sims as a cruel god.
That's why Dark Knight's games always get grilled for having
terrible controls.
And that's why Realm Heaven's users keep dwindling.
You shut up.
Now you're just taking it out on us.
Taking it out on us indeed. Ahem. And there's another reason why I wouldn't be the hero. And that is, I absolutely never fight on the front lines. Huh. Rather than taking charge and diving into enemy lines, I like to mull around in the back debuffing. I'm way more enamored with curses and afflictions than flashy attacks or healing spells. Poison, petrify, paralysis, sleep, curse, evade down, all the stat debuffs. That's what's fun to me. A type of person like that could never be the hero.
Why say something like that so brazenly?
That's the worst class to have when the game's unbalanced.
Also the one everyone targets first.
And there's more. The naming of these classes are too simple. If it were me, you'd name them something way more cringy. Who's cringy, huh?
But if Dark Knight really is the culprit here, something's still way off. The way he's vehemently defending himself isn't quite right.
But I still think you're some kind of key to this. I mean,
Right, the moment we opened the game from your site, we found ourselves here and all.
Wait a second. I didn't ask before, but did you two post on the forum on Realm Heaven? Yeah, we're regulars. Recently, that JB guy has been harassing you a lot. And in response to that, you made it a big deal that you were going to have something on April Fool's. Is that Jacopo? I need to know if that JB guy is Jacopo. Oh, absolutely. Michael's just going on a geeky rant about being the most toxic gamer and is absolutely proud of it. This man is a loser, and we just didn't get to see him interact with other people before. And I love that for him. I love him. I can't help it. Exactly, Jacopo Berzatti, JB.
So the regulars on the site got pretty curious about that.
Regulars? Mel. Oh, so you're that Mel. No wonder I felt like I'd heard it before. You used that name to make posts. Yeah. I was using my real name online. Okay, so someone hasn't taught cybersecurity to the kids yet. And Nellie, who were you? I don't remember that name.
I go by the name Pinky Rose.
I wonder if I'm the only one who thinks that's nice. I remember that name too. I see. So you two really were on my site. It's an odd feeling meeting someone in real life that I've only ever seen online. I definitely didn't think an IRL meetup would be like this. Well, you probably had no intention of hosting one anyway. No. But honestly, even if you said you were going to have one, I wouldn't have gone. So, right around April Fool's, there were people posting on forums about a new game. Yeah, right. Aside from you two, JB, Paw Paw, which must be Pauline, AID, and Emion. Okay. Who do we have left? Okay, so we have Maria, we have Morgana, and we have, oh shit, what's his name? Why can I not remember? Yukimasa. I assume Emion must be Yukimasa? Does that mean Maria is AID, and I don't know what the reference is there? I wonder if that means they're here with us. No way. But then again, we have no reason to believe that it's only us here. If the cause of this was opening that game that we downloaded. Oh, that's true. I thought Emion sounded familiar. You are correct. There was a side character in one of the side stories named Emion, so... There we go. Yukimasa is probably AID since his name was Aida. So, no Maria. Possibly. They could also very well be involved in this. If that's true, are you here too, Emion?
I think I can believe that you didn't make this game. But don't you at least know something? Anything? Even something really minute?
I don't. I never even thought about making an RPG, so, uh,
Think of something?
just once I thought about making one. But I ditched it. The only thing that came out of it was a loosely compiled outline. Class titles and everything were basically all placeholders, and it has been 4 years since I thought of it.
That's ages ago.
At the time, I thought an RPG would be good for my first release, although in the end, it turned into more of a sim-type game.
Fairy House, right? I actually really liked that one.
Oh, really? That's a little unexpected. I feel like they only ever complained online. Maybe she's being nicer now that we're face to face, or maybe it's just fluff. Whatever. Why did you stop making the RPG? No reason, really. I just got sick of working on it. Although, truthfully, I couldn't manage all the settings and couldn't quite flesh out a detailed story, so I never got on top of it. But if I say that, they'll say something like, that happens to all beginners. The detailed story? What's the matter? Honestly, since it was 4 years ago, I don't really remember. I didn't even decide on a name for it. But I remember the outline vaguely. The intro, I think I remember, involves the protagonist getting taken to another world and descending into a graveyard. Why did you have him come down in a graveyard of all places? I wanted to make it a little unique. Going grimdark just to be edgy is pointless. Shut up already. But yeah, this is it. We're in that scenario. What's going on here? It was just a failed project. So why is it happening like this? The world of a game that was never meant to be released. And here we are, experiencing it for real. It's starting to feel more like a mystery.
Really? It's not really well done for a mystery.
Well, I'm so sorry it's not to your liking.
No, I didn't mean to diss you there, Dark Knight. Mysteries, have to give the reader some complex machination that they need to solve. Something like an objective. We've just been thrown into something randomly with no clue what's happening. We don't have anything close to an objective right now. This isn't even enough for a lead-in.
I had originally thought that she was the ditzy type, but now I'm starting to reconsider my opinion of her.
Hey, I bet you just had a mean thought, didn't you?
No, nothing like that. An objective. True, we have no idea what it is we're supposed to do. Although, a vague objective, meaning clearing the game, perhaps?
Huh?
As in something we're supposed to do.
But why, though?
In order to understand what's going on, and also to return where we came from. Do you have any proof we can go back if we beat the game? Mel, do you have any proof that standing around here talking is going to do anything? With all my love. That's fair. Yeah, Nelly is probably one of those folks that trolls people on the internet for fun. I have nothing like that. However, games, to begin with, are basically things that let you experience the unreal, whatever medium it may be. And when that ends, the unreal is over, and you essentially return back to reality. At least that's how I see it. Is this really some kind of game world, or is it some kind of delusion on a massive scale? And who would have set up something like this? I can't make any judgments yet, but if what's happened so far is according to the flow of a game, then that must mean it wants us to continue. Okay, as much as I love Mel and Nelly, I'm ready to see our girlfriend again. Where the fuck is Giselle? I miss her. I want to see her again. Let me speculate, purely hypothetical, of course. None of us can determine by what method this came to be, but if this is a game world, or an imitation of one, and moreover, if it is based on a project that I scrapped, then I should be able to predict the flow of the story, at least to a degree. I wasn't the creator of Seventh Lair, however, it's based off of my outline, and for the guy who made the outline to be here, in some way, it's an advantage in our favor.
Given the personality we've displayed so far, we have definitely not met our wife yet. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, well, I need the meet cute, like now. So first we head to the starting village.
And beat this game.
Huh?
For me, I just want to know what the heck this place is. And also if there's any actual danger to us here. But if I can be with you, big brother, I don't really care where we are.
Right, me too. If I can be with you, I'm fine with wherever I am. Okay, you two are already falling back into the odd pattern, and I don't know that I like that. That's weird. It's like you two want to be in your own world. But, I mean, won't your family be worried about you?
It doesn't really matter. If this isn't the real world, then why should our family matter at all?
No, it's not like... Anyway, I've been wondering for a bit now, but why do you think that this isn't the real world? Maybe it's all a big construct, or some extension of reality. You don't think so?
I don't. This isn't reality. It's a game world.
Why, though?
I think we'll know soon enough.
But still, if we stay here doing nothing, then the story won't progress. And plus, I must get back to the real world. I have a date with my girlfriend that I literally just met yesterday. It's fine. There's someone who's waiting for me. Giselle! Is that Giselle? Is it our first Giselle mention? Yeah, look, Mel is definitely feeding into it again, and I have a feeling it's not going to end well again. Huh? Even though you're a friendless, shut-in neat? Now you're going too far. Even I can have a girlfriend.
Ugh.
Huh.
No, Dark Knight. Having an imaginary girlfriend only amplifies the pain.
You don't understand. It's my girlfriend. She lives in Canada. It's fine. She's not imaginary. I can't believe it. A shut-in neat with a girlfriend? That's enough to tear the fabric of existence.
Big brother, it's merely a pathetic illusion. Something like that can't possibly exist.
Hey, what are you two getting at?
Whatever. Leaving the imaginary girlfriend aside for now,
She really exists, though.
I'll agree to your plan to move forward. It's true that if we stay here, we'll never know anything. And plus, even if we clear the game, we don't really know if it'll end, right?
There we go. I met her way back in 1099. It kind of sounds like she doesn't want to return to reality. What's up with these two? Is there something going on with them? Okay, then, let's go. Off to the starting town or whatever. Yeah. For now, let's try making progress. Getting a grasp of our situation is first and foremost. I should also tell them my real name. All right. Oh, it turned red. I don't know if I like that. Is that a good sign? A bad sign? We have a keyboard. Emion, so is it tomorrow when you get to meet that girl? Dark Knight. Honestly, I have no idea how this will play out. Oh, I know you're happy inside. LOL, but come on, you should be glad you have a fan. Is she really a fan? I mean, who would like this random no-name site on the fringe? Don't some of us come here because we like it? Only because they have nothing else to do. True, there are no other users like her who send those intense mails to you. I almost couldn't believe it when you showed me. Maybe she's a little suspiciously forward? Could be some kind of trap. Don't get catfished. You're the type that easily gets scammed. I like to think I'm not careless enough to get scammed. I seem to remember you saying that once before, LOL. You jerk. But either way, you should be half excited, half on your guard. I'm telling you, I'm not gonna get scammed. Well, I hear ya. But these things can be landmines. There's no guarantee it's actually a female, and if you waltz up all hopeful, you could be in for a bad time. Please don't let this be a guy pretending to be a girl.
Even if it is a girl, LOLOL, she might be a psycho clingy type, LOLOL. I can't wait to hear all the story you'll have from this, LOLOL.
I shouldn't have come to you for help. Emion?
This isn't because I'm overly expecting anything, and it's just me being hypothetical, but if it's just some completely normal girl,
What should I do? Oh no! Oh no! Michael, please find the advice of someone that you didn't find online who also likely doesn't have a girl because they're likely a shut-in neat. That's fair. Yeah, this is also funnier when you remember that Emion is also a girl presenting as a guy, so.
This loser's actually expecting something. I knew it.
I can see that, you know.
Yeah, well, at the very least. How about you learn to make a cappuccino or something?
I always thought that I wanted to be a game creator. I thought that I could perfectly reproduce the game worlds I imagined in my head. I thought all of the game ideas I had were revolutionary. I thought if I could get into a game company, I could make what I wanted to. And I thought all would sing my praises. So I thought. It was likely that most of those with the lavish title of creator thought just as much. To think I'm a genius, that I have something special which separates me. And using that special something, I could impress and inspire. And also, that other people's ideas were drab. Or, for a less delicate way of saying it, I could make something way better than your boring as hell pile of garbage. Lots of people wouldn't hesitate to say it. And without much doubt in my mind, I was like that too. And in some ways, my dream came true, but then it was crushed. 5 years ago, I found myself with a small developer, and as I always wanted, was officially working on games. But that place was like a cesspool of despair. Like when I had a new idea, or when we had a brainstorming meeting, or when I made a proposal, or when I made a spec sheet, or when I literally tried to do anything. The people who were considered my superiors would curl their lips into a wicked, sadistic smile and shoot me down repeatedly. I mean, I was new, so things were rough around the edges, but they weren't just there to reshape my ideas. They had to strip them bare and grind them into oblivion. Ragging on others was fun for them and alleviated their stress. Criticism was the easy, and you could learn it quickly. Plus, ideas were easiest to step on before they'd really taken shape. But it was hard having my ideas rejected. It was almost as if they were saying that my brain was a boring failure of a product. A person can't continue putting out ideas if you constantly trample them. If they could, then they wouldn't be the developer at the bottom of the barrel. They would be on bigger projects, putting out huge original titles into the world. But I, for one, as well as others there, weren't that kind of person. That's why I wore out and eventually became a cog with nowhere to go. There was a time when I scoffed at the routine nature of office work, but I've come to be amazed at the stability office workers have. A highly functioning cog as opposed to a stripped, busted one. Night and day difference. I ended up quitting within a year. I would never see the day where a game I created would be released into the world. How could someone who couldn't even endure being on the bottom ever have a chance to release an original title? It's the truth, cold and hard as it may be. But if I was forced to stay in that toxic sludge, my brain would have eventually rusted. And even if my time came, I probably wouldn't have been able to have an original thought anyway. And plus, there are other methods. Who said you couldn't make an original title unless you're part of a company? There is no such rule. There's always the indie community, isn't there? And right about that time, indie games were all the rage. They were all over the place in game magazines. One that was really making headlines was a game a college girl made where all you do is raise a bunch of plants, one that wasn't really a game at all. And even after millions of downloads, it showed no signs of slowing. I mean, if people were willing to buy that, I could make something too, by myself if need be. No problem. I would make it happen. Or at least, I thought as much. And 4 years ago, I made Ryome Heaven and released to the world what would be my first game, Fairy House.
Oh, that's a good question. Did Maria develop that game? That would be cute. I could see Maria as a little game developer. I love that.
I didn't think Fairy House was bad. Come on, don't get all bummed out. You've still got everything ahead of you, yeah? There might be a spark soon enough. It might just be that no one's aware of it. And luck plays a big role too, I think. Just think about what you're gonna do next.
You only say that because you've never made anything before. I'm giving it out for free and it hasn't even reached 100 downloads yet.
And if that wasn't bad enough, just when I thought I would get some reactions, all I get are complaints.
I mean, it's free. I'm letting them play it for free.
Well, I guess I can understand getting heated, but it won't come together without players. Maybe you could try to get closer to them? To the users, I mean.
To only 100 people? And probably less than half of them have even played it?
That's at least more than a classroom, a lot more. Maybe Fairy House is just that kind of game. You send messages to fairies, teach them language, and expand conversations. It's just a conversation game. If people could start conversing with them the way they imagine, then their satisfaction will go way up, and it'll be more like a game where you raise them. But as it is now, it's not at the point where you can have a real conversation. That's why they get sick of it and complain. You could make it so that you could sample user data, then update it. The users all contribute and make Fairy House bigger. Something like that would make it unique and maybe fun. I mean, that would be a boatload of work for you, lol.
You can suggest all that because you're not a creator, but I'll give it some thought.
Yeah, do it. There's no way I can do something like make games, so it's only me running my mouth. But here's what I think. The majority of people have no idea how to make games and don't try to understand, and they don't even need to anyway. All they need to understand is how to play it. But now you know how much effort it takes to even make a floundering flop of a game. You've learned. Even with a crappy system and a crappy world, you know the time and the effort it takes to get to that start menu. By completing the first product of Realm Heaven, you've moved to the side of understanding. I think that's a big first step, you hear?
You know, sometimes I wonder, are you a creator yourself?
I'm just a well of knowledge is all. I get like this after a while. But I don't impart my knowledge on just anyone. It's only because you've made me a fan of Fairy House.
Someone's blushing behind the screen. LOL. I am not. Yeah, it is kind of nice when we can actually have dates on, like, what time period we're talking. So that we're not sitting there guessing like Fata Morgana when we sat there and went, okay, wait, when did this one take place? Is that before or after? Because I do remember doing that a lot when we did Fata Morgana.
I could easily make something like this. In reality, that confidence was quickly shattered in the development process. The other girl was a mere college student with no knowledge of game making, and there I was with a whole year of professional work under my belt. I thought it was just a case of watch a pro at work. But what resulted was something light years away from millions of downloads, and something that was railed and ridiculed yet again by critics. Imion consoled me by saying, "At least you were noticed. It'd be worse if it was completely ignored. But personally, if they were going to tease me, I would have preferred if they said nothing. I didn't have a thick enough skin to brush it off. In fact, I was so upset I wanted to die at times. At the same time, I was furious. But the one who stuck with me was Imion. I met Imion when I was still a university student. Although we've still never actually met directly. We met on an MMORPG, and we got along like two peas in a pod. When we'd get sick of a game, we'd move on to the next one together. We'd be at each other's throats sometimes too, like when one of us would blow it on a co-op game like an FPS. If we were grinding levels in an RPG, we'd have in-depth talks about the menu system and whatnot. Our preferences were almost one and the same when it came to being on the consumer end. I eventually noticed we were chatting almost every day. Our online correspondence continued for years, but I had never suggested meeting up. Nor had he. It wasn't like we had no interest in doing so, but more like there was no reason to. In some ways, being online gave us a far more real connection than meeting face to face. Not knowing his real name or where he lived, that in fact might have been the reason it was so easy to have him as a friend. If I had to say what I knew about Emeon, it was that he was a guy about my age who liked mostly the same stuff. And then about 2 years after starting Ryome Heaven, I had no real steady job and was piddling around with game projects at home. I had 5 releases so far. My site was becoming a bizarre hangout for the regulars only, and it was about that time I got a message from a woman. Hello, I really like your games.
Her online name was Giselle. Giselle, my love.
After running the site for 2 years, some decent reviews started coming in. But there had never, ever been someone like her who wrote with such politeness, and moreover, a sense of passion in her responses. She had written extensively in reaction to each of my games released thus far. I can't believe how into Fairy House I am right now. It's so different than anything that's out. I'm at the point where wherever I see a fireplace, I can't help but think of it. I don't know, I just feel like I have friends in my computer now. Like I have someone I can talk to, like maybe a counselor? I can completely talk to them about anything, my little fairies. And once I got used to the illustrations, they just got cuter and cuter, and Crash Moon is just so neat. It's, what do you call it, a block game? It was so easy to get into. But I messed up so many times, destroying the whole world. And I think on the third level I set a new record. I see your third game is a visual novel. That's kind of surprising. It's so cool that you can write too. Although the story was a little dark and kind of made me sad. Do you ever write happier stories? I want to read more of the things that you write. Maybe something about young love, or... The game title is Ryome Heaven. How surprising it's the same as the site. Is the Ryome that you imagine something like this world? There's no monsters or items, but I never get bored playing it. Were the people who left the notes meant to lead you? Or were those people lost in Ryome to begin with? The fifth one! I never expected it to be a rhythm game! LOL. It's such a funny theme. Hitting the heart to the beat is a little weird for girls. But that might be what's so neat about you. Oh, I mean, I thought so at first, but after a little bit it got so fun, and now I can't put it down. I might be addicted, but it's really so amazing that you can make such unique indie games like this. Her adorably newbie responses were actually a breath of fresh air. She wrote no criticisms, constructive or otherwise, just simple accounts of her enjoyment. It almost made me cringe in embarrassment reading them. Suppressing my giddiness, but also the larger sense of shock, I copied her messages and forwarded them to Emeon. It took me a whole week to reply to her. I had no idea what to say. I was supposed to be thanking her, but I felt an odd pressure writing my replies and started to stress over it. Maybe she doesn't want to reply. Who would be happy getting a response from me? Maybe she just wanted to write something? I started getting really pessimistic about it all. I felt like it would end up destroying her built-up image of who Dark Knight was. Dark Knight is nothing special. He's a loser, the slime of society. He even struggles to pay his taxes. He has no steady job, yet he squanders his time in MMOs. And to top it all off, he's nearing 30. Oh, he's so fucking old. Fuck off. If he was really unique, he would have been famous long ago. He's anything but, though. So, maybe it was scary to think her illusion would be broken. Maybe I thought that I, myself, couldn't live up to my users' expectations. But in the end, no matter how many times I tried to stop myself, I expressed my gratitude. I mean, I genuinely wanted to give her my thanks. Oh, I'm so glad. I thought I was maybe bothering you with my comments. I'm so happy you replied.
Giselle's type is pathetic, sopping wet Catman. It is. Like, look, she needs a fixer-upper. And it's cute. And I love her. That's my wife.
Giselle again replied with her usual excitement. And to someone lame like me, she then offered an unexpected proposition. It's a little hard for me to express myself online. If it's okay with you, if it's not an inconvenience, just one time even, would you be willing to meet with me?
I should have refused her. I shouldn't have come. I should have turned back.
In this downtown area of Paris, my regrets were slowly consuming me. We agreed to meet in a cafe. She gave me both the name and address of the place, so there was no mistake. Our planned meeting time was steadily encroaching upon me. I lived in downtown Paris, so it wasn't hard to get here, but for her to suggest this cafe must have meant that she did too. To reach out to as many users as possible, I made all my game and site contents in English. So to have someone actually want to meet like this was phenomenally unlikely. And I just realized that moments before. She was French as well, and moreover, lived in Paris. In the endless ocean of the internet, she found my random fringe website, and she took a liking to my games, so much that she wanted to meet me. Isn't this a little too convenient? Couldn't this just be one of my former classmates or coworkers who found my site and was toying with me? I bet they just want to laugh at my expense, that they could lure me out with a girl. It's quite possible. No, wait. That's the only thing this could possibly be. Who the hell plotted this? Maybe it was him, or maybe him? It doesn't matter. I have to act now that I figured it out. I'll go home. Not a moment to lose. Right now. I won't be the butt of their joke. Excuse me, can I have the check? Moments before the appointed time and at the limit of my calm, I asked for the check when the cafe door opened and the chilly clang of the cowbell on top rang throughout the room. And then, long, silky black hair. My gorgeous wife! Her eyes the color of jade. Shockingly clear. They froze me in place. My wife! I love you! I missed you. There we go. Is George catfishing me as a prank again? I looked at her and was relatively sure that I had a dumbstruck look on my face. And her, well, after the initial surprise of seeing my face, with a smile, brilliantly warm smile. Very likely the first time I had ever seen such a shimmering smile. She looked to me and spoke. Is that you, Dark Knight? From the bottom of my soul, I regretted not telling her my real name.
All right, we're back to green. Does that mean we're back in the game world? And red is the real world then? That or Paris just suddenly got a lot more foresty. Oh, yeah, we're back with the siblings. Yeah, I will say, someone walks into a cafe and asks if you're surrounded by perverts. I think that might come off a little differently.
In the vague outline that I had, the main character and his party went to the starting village first. I mean, we wouldn't have any equipment unless we got outfitted, so it's as cliche as you can get in terms of RPG progression. But now I was gripped with regret. Why did I try and be unique and have the main character start in a graveyard? Why, oh why? Could I not have had him start out in a town? And now, here I was, being forced to find the faults with my game in person.
Whoa, hey! We can't make any progress like this. Do something about it, Mr. Creator.
All I did was make the outline for this. Any issues with story progression is not my responsibility.
You don't get to weasel your way out of this.
Hey, Nellie, don't be so loud. They're gonna notice us.
Aww.
We were trying to be silent in the brush, but we weren't even capable of that. And now we have a very real, unreal something before us. Something that shouldn't even exist. What could us real people possibly do against it? Yep, there it is. Living and breathing. Wriggling around. A fictional being. Look. It's a slime, I think.
What can we do about it?
It's so gross how it moves. Wait, hang on, just calm down. Seeing the real thing makes me want to turn away, but it's merely a slime. A slime is an enemy monster that often appears in the early stages of a game. It's meant to be something you can beat, even at level 1. There we go, drink the slime. Stuff it up your nose! Beat it? That? Are you seriously suggesting that? I was hoping maybe you would?
You're supposed to be the hero, you spineless dummy.
I'm not the hero because I wanted to be. Hey, that's a rude way of putting it.
You say beat it, but we're just regular people. We don't even know if we have levels to begin with.
If we're actually characters in a game here, I'd at least like to see some sort of a status menu. We just seem like ourselves. This still doesn't feel real at all. Right, I've, of course, never seen that creature with my own eyes. Maybe the NPCs in the game feel like this too? Feel like how? When we play games, we make them jump into battle with no hesitation. But actually, like, what kind of creature is that? Or how strong is it? Or whether it's something we should fight, or how to fight in the first place. Aren't they completely clueless too? So maybe they're really scared facing a monster without having any idea what lies ahead. I never actually thought about that. Well, games are just that. Games. The characters have the ability to fight from the onset. They're not average people.
Well, whatever. It's impossible for us to try to take that on. I think all we can do is wait until it goes somewhere else.
Yeah, you're right.
Now that that's settled, let's stay quiet here for a while.
All this stress is exhausting me. Uh-oh. Huh?
What's this, a cushion? There's something soft against my butt.
Nellie? You're sitting on...
Huh?
that...
Huh? What do you mean, that?
What else would I...
You need to be more specific.
Well, guess we're fighting.
Ah!
It's here!
I mean, it was here all along.
We
Calm down, that's not a word!
Oh my god, now there's two of them. They're multiplying.
Hey, wait! That one over here is gonna see us too!
What? Big brother,
You're tagged. What? Tagged? Allow me to explain. The mark means you are being targeted by the enemy. For the most part, the closest character, or the last one that inflicted damage, will be tagged. However, there are also enemies with skills to target your support characters. Yeah, thanks for the long-winded explanation. So wait, I'm in serious danger here? Create a diversion for us, Mel. Get real, you whack job! We shall not forget your valiant sacrifice. Don't just sacrifice me!
Well, goodbye, Mel. I won't say we loved you, because I forgot how much of a pain you are, but you'll be remembered. Whoa, it's moving!
Nellie, weren't you supposed to be a mage? Can't you, I don't know, use some kind of ranged attack on both of them?
What? I don't know any magic. And wait, aren't you the creator of this? Didn't you make all the spells?
Just a moment, please. I'll try and remember.
Remember faster! I think something like... Frizzard, something like... crap? Something like... zoop, something like... whoosh. What's with the cliche names everyone's heard before?
It was only an outline, so don't blame me.
Have you no originality?
Hey,
That's one of the 3 forbidden words to say to a creator.
forget it. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I should chant those, right? I'll try it out.
Frizz or something.
Crack or something.
Zip or something.
Something's censoring the words.
Big surprise. Copyright's screwing the little guys again. Oh my god. Hey, can I slap you? Just one good slap. I'm gonna get killed. I'm gonna get killed right off the bat by a starter mob.
Let's get out of here fast.
If we go straight ahead, we should get to the town. Full speed until we get there.
We are such disasters. There is no way that we are getting past any of this game.
It looks like they're not following.
The tag is off me, so it looks like we made it somehow. But why did they seem to disappear the moment we got into town? Ugh. Ugh.
because the tag was automatically taken.
You have laughably bad endurance.
I've never seen such an uninspiring hero.
I haven't ran since college at all.
Even still, this is just pathetic.
I hope I don't turn out like this as an adult.
You two just have too much energy. Damn, they're not even out of breath at all. This is youth.
But what do you mean the tag was automatically taken off?
Typical of most RPGs. The monsters aren't allowed into the towns. When we exited the world map, we entered the town area. The monsters, now without a target, will either return to their original locations or simply wander around outside of town.
Oh, so it's a system thing. Well, as long as we're safe. What's up, Nellie?
Doesn't something about here feel funny? I don't know how to put it. The vibe's just really off. I can hear people talking and it seems bustling with activity, but something's weird.
Weird. Background sounds are looping.
Huh? What'd you say?
Like the BGM, all the other background sounds are looping. The actual activity of this town is just the sounds giving that impression. I think if we go to the town center, we'll see just that. Since the monsters acted according to some kind of system. I see. So the people will be the same way. Correct. The NPCs aren't actually talking with one another. They're merely doing movements that look like they are, and the sounds aren't really related.
Either way, let's get to the town center.
My prediction was on the mark. The people wandering around town, just like the monsters, only had uniform rote movements. They went back and forth on the same course, your typical NPCs. The NPCs had a total of 5 different appearances, and I could see the same models over and over. But at a glance, they looked no different from regular humans. They weren't artificial like dolls, and that almost made it scarier. All in all, it was really unsettling. When we walked up and spoke to them, they replied with only short, set phrases. Weather sure is good today, or I've been so busy lately. And nothing else. The same expressions with the same phrase over and over. My first suspicion that this was some kind of elaborate hoax was quickly starting to crumble away. For a trick like this, there was no way you could get together this many identical people. But in that case, what in the world were we seeing here? An illusion? A hallucination? Or was it a dream? Deep down, I really didn't want to believe that this was a game world.
Hey,
That guy, he's different from the rest. Sorry. I was about to point out the church. Pauline's church. Mystified by the place we found ourselves in, we were mostly silent. Nellie broke that silence with a helpful shout. Though it did sound a little forced. Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe Yukimasa? Maybe do you think he's in the same situation as us? Ahead of us was a lone girl who looked like a nun. Pauline? Pauline!
Excuse me, can we ask you something, please? Greetings, good travelers. This is Nyhyla Village.
Huh? What?
Recently, we are plagued by the monsters that have inhabited the nearby cave. That wasn't what I wanted to ask. So you will rid us of them. Thank you ever so much, kind travelers.
Wait a second. Who decided that?
If you pay a visit to the village lord, he will surely provide you with travel funds and equipment. The lord's castle is directly ahead at the end of this road.
If that's where Jacopo is, I'm gonna flip.
No, don't tell me you're also
I pray for your good fortune ahead.
an NPC. She seems unique among the others, so why is...
Hey, you're messing with us, right? You're like us and you can talk normally, right? Greetings, good travelers. This is Nyhyla Village. Recently, we are plagued by the monsters that have inhabited the nearby cave.
I wonder if it's like an unlockable party member kind of thing where you have to pass their NPC quest before they join your party. So like we can free her if we clear out the nearby cave.
No.
So you will rid us of them? Thank you ever so much, good travelers. Say something else, please. If you pay a visit to the village lord, he will surely provide you with travel funds and equipment.
It could just be Pauline trolling us.
The lord's castle is directly ahead at the end of this road.
Forget it.
I pray for your good fortune ahead. This sucks. I'm losing the will to go on. Greetings, good travelers. This is Nahyla village. Recently, we are plagued by the monsters that have inhabited the nearby cave. Enough already! We got it!
Let's put some distance between her and us. It's registering as us trying to talk to her.
Yeah. If she's an NPC, they should at least make her look like the others. I got excited for nothing.
She may be a special NPC. What does that mean? Some NPCs have unique roles given to them, so they make the character stand out from the mob. She may be important later on.
But an NPC is still an NPC.
Well, true.
Fine. Thinking is getting us nowhere. But wait, this town actually had a name. Did you think of that in the outline?
Yeah. I guess I thought of it, but they were all placeholder names. I just thought of some random ones that sounded like they would work.
Hang on, Nahyla.
If you spell that backwards...
Aliaha.
Why did you steal the name of the first village from something so famous? You could at least call it homage. Have you ever heard of something called originality? I told you to never use that word in front of a creator.
Jeez, who cares anyway? Let's just keep moving. The Lord's castle is ahead, right? That's where we should go, right?
I just can't wait to see what lies ahead in this stupid story. Stop running your mouth off.
Let's get a move on.
Start walking. I will say I appreciate how much Nellie and Mel are giving Michael a hard time. It's fun. Yeah, I mean, in our defense, this was supposed to be an unpublished rough draft, so who needs originality in those?
Huh?
That was someone shouting just now. No way. Maybe it's not an NPC this time? Fucker. What is wrong with you all? You only say the same things over and over and grab me when I try and leave. I'll destroy you, you vermin. He's actually speaking. He's getting angry at the NPCs. Why don't you try and say something else for once? You damn zombies should just... And just, who are you? Another one of these who can only say the same thing? No, we're not NPCs. I think we may be in the same situation as you. When we came to, we found ourselves in 7th Lair. There we go, Jacopo having a bad time. Our days are already better.
So we're on the same side. I'm so glad there's another person here besides us.
Really? Are you all really different from them? Yeah, really. We're moving completely by our own consciousness. We're not NPCs. He looks like he's about to cry. I see. Good. Oh, he snapped himself out of it. But what on earth is going on here? I thought to go outside to inspect, but every time I did, they grabbed me and pulled me back here. And they did it without a single expression on their faces. It was so grossly bizarre. What is the meaning of this? Well, let's just calm down. Next to the fuming man before us was another who looked like an attendant, standing still, also expressionless. He was certainly an NPC of the castle. How am I supposed to calm down? Try and imagine the insanity I've had to deal with.
It was hard all alone. I understand.
No, you see, it isn't fear in the slightest that I feel. I merely wanted to express how uncomfortable it was. Huh? Wait, are you one of those cringy betas? Ugh, I hope he's not one of those internet tough guys. Who do you think you're speaking to? The Lord? No, I am Jacopo Berzati.
elite use of the almighty NVC Corporation. He just labeled himself as an elite. What? NVC? Do not tell me that you don't know NVC. No, I don't.
I don't know either.
Good grief. I should have expected as much from kids. Hey, you stick-in-the-mud long-haired freak. You surely know of it. Well, sorry I'm not the most exciting person to you. Yeah. It's a pretty famous international company. Their recent stock gains have been particularly impressive. Isn't it? It's the cream of the crop, after all. So why is an elite member of an elite corporation being subjected to this? Offer me an explanation now. Okay, then I'll explain. The explanation isn't going to make sense, but I'll explain. So what you're saying is you understand nothing, am I right? Yeah. So we were left with no choice but to progress with the game. Progress with the game, you say? But you said you're the owner of that cringy little site. To think Dark Dork wasn't some middle schooler, but a full-grown adult. Pardon me for that. Hey, you trying to start a fight?
So, you know about Ryom Heaven too?
Yeah, I'm in the same position as you halflings. I, too, downloaded the April Fool's game. I post on the site under the name JB. I was wondering why I had an angry deja vu feeling. It's him.
The troll JB.
Oh, don't blame me. DK is the one at fault for having paper-thin skin. Come on, I'm gracing that lame site on the fringe of the internet with my presence. The user is God, if I'm not mistaken. Shouldn't you be a little more thankful? If we don't get to, like, I don't know, dump him in a moat or something, by the end of this, I'm going to complain. Yet you respond indignantly without a shred of thanks. Shouldn't you be saying, I thank you humbly for your generous opinion? Ha! Speechless, I see. I hope you get laid off and starved to death, you piece of trash.
Hey, that really hurt him. The poor guy.
How can you not see that I'm the one who's hurting here? Now then, you said you were progressing forward with the game.
Yeah, nothing's gonna happen if we just stand around.
Well, do your best. I shall wait here for your report. Huh? There are monsters or some such outside, yes? Who in their right mind would willingly join you hooligans on such an outing? This is most certainly something for underlings to...
Oh, our valiant lord! Are you truly saying that you yourself will venture out to eradicate the fiends?
Eh?
Please do no such thing, my lord. What shall become of the castle should something happen to you?
You, stop it. I never implied that I would.
Rectifying the problems of the land is the duty of the lord. I understand. What a truly noble man you are.
Do you possess ears?
Very well. We shall all await your safe and sound return. Please leave everything here to us in your absence.
Listen to me.
I pray for your victory, my lord. JB was taken forcefully out of the castle.
I guess he was supposed to join us as part of the game. Let's head out and meet up with him. Jacopo is just so excellent to hate anytime, anywhere. Oh, come on. No reason to pout. You should look on the bright side. Now you can move around as you please, right? What does this mean? Before, I couldn't get outside no matter what I tried. Probably a flag if I had to guess.
Eh? A flag?
If we didn't clear the event of Lord becomes an ally, then the Lord was probably restricted to that room. I don't know why... Oh, we're on auto. Nope. I'm not a character here, you insolent... Well, it is how it is. I'll grace you all with my presence. But listen, you'll be the ones taking care of the monsters. Are we clear? Unlike you all, I have aspirations and potential back in the real world. I can't let anything happen to me here. If we end up getting killed by monsters, what's gonna happen to us? That's a topic I don't want to think about. Is it an element of the game, or would we lose our actual lives?
I certainly don't want to test it.
We're all in the same boat, I'm sure. I don't want to test it. I don't want to take the risk. Well, me too. If I die, Giselle, dying without seeing you again? I just can't. Yeah, we have to live for Giselle. That's the only thing that matters. Like, fuck everyone else here. We have a gorgeous girlfriend. All right, back into the real world. I sat frozen in front of the black-haired girl. I knew I had to respond, and if I didn't hurry and nod and say, "Why, yes, that's me," she would be uneasy. Despite knowing that I had to speak, my throat was suddenly bone dry, and I couldn't. Oh my god, you're such a loser, and I'm saying that so affectionately.
Did you request the check?
The waiter spoke before I could. My eyes went wide in panic, remembering that I had asked for the check moments ago. No, not yet. Sorry. Instead, can I, get one cappuccino, please?
Right away, sir.
In my flustered, jittery state, I remembered how to speak and turned to the girl. Yes, yes, that's me. Even with my dorky response, her face bloomed like a flower opening on a sunny morning. I hope Maria works in this cafe. I miss Maria. My favorite characters are the ones who are showing up at the end, so...
Good. I thought for a moment I'd made a mistake. Did I perhaps make you wait?
No, not at all. I think I may have actually come too early.
Oh, I see. In that case, I should have come sooner myself. Oh, may I take a seat?
Oh, yeah, please. I was growing increasingly disconcerted with my inability to say anything considerate. Why did I get so nervous like this? My heart felt like it was in a vice, and I was growing antsy in my seat. I couldn't look her right in the eyes, and I was starting to feel like going home would be best. Yet, it wasn't as though I was repulsed by her or anything like that. But maybe because it was an actual girl that came and not a former colleague coming to tease me, or maybe because of how beautiful she was. All of it was likely coming together in a casserole of confusion.
I'm so happy that you came.
Oh, no, I said that I would, so... Come on, I should have said, "Oh no, the pleasure is all mine." What was with that reply? Pull it together, man. Fortunately, she didn't seem uncomfortable after my bizarre reply. She was still smiling. How can she seem like she's enjoying herself so much? Is she really happy that she got to meet me? It had been so long since I'd had a genuine smile aimed at me, free of any malice, so I'd kind of forgotten what kind of face I should make in return. Maybe this really is some kind of scam, like Emil said. Nothing makes sense when you think about it. A beautiful girl like this, liking my games, then saying she wants to see me in person? It's too perfect. Not possible. Makes no sense.
Yes?
Is this where the scam begins?
I wrote you a letter. I wanted to write down everything I enjoyed about the games and what I liked and how I felt. All of it. Would you be so kind as to accept it?
What? A letter?
Yes, a letter.
You mean by hand?
Yes, of course. I mean, if it was on my computer, I could have just sent it, right?
No, I mean, I get lots of messages from you already, so...
I just feel that something about messaging is just not the same. I'm sure you're busy, so whenever you have time, I hope you can read it.
Again, I was at a loss for words. She's perfect. She's just perfect. Sorry. I was still in disbelief that someone would give me so many thoughtful words online, almost to the extent that I thought I was dreaming. And now on top of that, a handwritten letter?
Does this seem like I'm forcing this on you?
No, not at all. No.
Oh, really? Good.
As she gave me another cute smile, she pulled out a very girly envelope and handed it to me. It may have just been my imagination, but I felt a floral scent waft over me from it. What's happening? What's happening to me? Not good. Something's definitely...
Are you okay?
I could feel my face growing red. I need to use the restroom. Is this Michael's first erection? Is that what we're dealing with here? It was making me shy having such emotion shown towards me, and even more so because it was genuine. Despite being actually happy about it, I was unable to be honest about that happiness to her. In fact, I felt ashamed at the idea of even showing my happiness. This was the way the internet had poisoned me. No, this wasn't the internet's fault. Having only seen negativity towards me, the resistance I had tried to build against that had warped my emotions permanently. I'm so glad he can get erect in this lifetime. You know what? That's fair. Maybe it is baby's first erection. But there was no creator alive who didn't appreciate someone expressing their pleasure at his work. While I knew logically that users were various and unique in their own ways, it was hard to see them as anything other than a cloud of anonymous users. Giselle had emerged from that as an individual. It was a gorgeous ray of sunshine for me. After I regained my composure and sat down again, I was able to actually hold a conversation. Yet, whenever she directly praised something about my games, I could only mutter an awkward chuckle. But how in the world did she find out about my games? It wouldn't be blunt to say that my games weren't famous. I had yet to be featured in any sort of publication, so it was puzzling to no end how a normal girl like Giselle would know about them. Was Giselle really normal? She didn't use any internet slang, and if she said she was the daughter of some rich family, I would completely believe her. So the puzzle got even more confounding. How could such a seemingly normal girl be, in fact, a massive fan of indie games? Where did you find out about it? About my site?
My friend told me about it.
She answered in a softly honest voice. Oh, so you don't usually play games?
No, not usually, although I really like reading.
Her answer was disappointing, and not in a small way. She'd said in her messages that my games were unique and stood apart. But that actually meant nothing, and she merely thought that because she knew nothing else. Maybe in reality, my games lacked any sort of sparkle or originality.
So Dark Knight, do you...
Oh, sorry. Call me Michael, please. Michael's my real name.
Oh, what a nice name you have. Okay, Michael.
It was too weird having her call me by my screen name, so I corrected her. But now what? It was almost more embarrassing hearing her say my actual name. It's almost too common of a name, so sometimes I wish I had a more interesting one. Both women and men have it, so sometimes I hear my name being said on the street, and of course there's no one who would actually be talking to me on the street, so I just don't really like it. What am I getting so flustered about?
It's an angel's name, though. It's beautiful. And lots of people choosing it as a name means that lots of people think it's beautiful, right?
She's perfect. I love her.
It's a good name.
Why can't I just say thank you like a normal person?
Oh, I was wondering, Michael.
Yes?
Do you have your studio here in Paris?
Huh? A studio? What kind of studio could she mean?
Yeah, a studio where you make your games.
Her innocent smile shone like a cloudless sky. She was honest, and it was painfully clear she wasn't teasing me. What this told me was she truly didn't know a thing, ignorant to the extent that she thought indie game makers had studios. Everything from how to make our games to our social standing. Maybe some who legitimately registered as a company and have had a few hits had studios. But all I did was work alone in a tiny apartment, casting my games off into the ocean of the internet. There were many like me. I knew she meant no harm, but I still couldn't suppress a slight grimace. Well, how to put it? I don't have a studio, and I don't even support myself fully from those games alone.
Oh, is that so? I'm sorry, I wrongly assumed. So what sort of work do you do otherwise?
Yikes, I never liked this question. It was one that forced me to come to terms with where I stood in society. A question that normal people tossed around willy-nilly, unaware of how destructive it was to my psyche. I write things, in a way.
Oh, so you're a writer.
I wanted to crawl into a hole. I could feel the eyes of all the world's proper writers searing into me. No, you're wrong.
It's nothing even remotely commendable like that. And even if I say I write stuff, that doesn't mean it can even be considered writing. Believe me, there's a lot you'd be better off not knowing on the internet. The only work that rolls my way is trashy advertisements or fake reviews for stuff. I mean, if I was a scriptwriter or wrote short stories, I would have already bragged about that to you. Look, Michael, everyone needs OnlyFans writers. Like, all you have to do is do some ghostwriting, man. But I couldn't tell her any of that. I still had some pride as a man, and I didn't want to purposely tear down the inflated, dreamlike image she had of me. So I took the compliments, even knowing she was completely missing the mark. She was wrong. Yet I maintained a vague equilibrium, also lacking the courage to go along with it and lie.
If you have a book out, I'd love to read it.
So, what do you do normally? My only option was to steer the conversation away from details about me.
I'm a college student. I go to the University of Lyon.
Lyon's quite far away from here. It must be hard commuting.
Oh, no. I live in Lyon, so...
What? Good gravy. Just to meet someone like me, she ventured all the way to Paris? That distance is no joke.
I thought if possible you could show me your studio too, although that was a wrong assumption on my part.
If you had told me, we could have met somewhere in the middle, more convenient for you.
Okay, let's do that next time.
Next time? Was she serious? Was she honestly considering meeting again? No way. She was being polite. It could only have been that. I hadn't said a single thoughtful or interesting thing, yet she was thinking to meet me again? That was simply inconceivable. Is this the same kind of vibe as, like when people write to death row murderers and think they're in a relationship? Like, Giselle is getting absolutely nothing back. Which is why I again responded vaguely.
Isn't the smell of a bookstore the best? It's such a unique and familiar scent, so calming.
After talking at the cafe a bit longer, we stopped by a bookstore. The cafe actually got a bit crowded, and I felt guilty occupying a table that long for just one cappuccino. Once outside, she said,
"It's been a while since I visited Paris."
In response, I ended up saying, "Oh, is there anywhere you'd like to go?" I was shocked such a thing could emerge from my mouth, and the cold sweats began. It's a date! It's our first date now! It was a statement that presumed we would stay together after the cafe. There we go, look, some obese rats on top of the bookshelf. It insinuated that I would take her somewhere. I mean, taking her to a bookstore in Paris wouldn't be unpleasant for me. In fact, I was thrilled to do so, but that didn't mean that she had wanted it. The thought that she didn't want to be seen walking next to me immediately flooded my mind. Although, the fact that she was here now with me maybe meant that she liked the suggestion. No, maybe she was only pretending to be happy about it. Inside, she might have been thinking how much of a bother this was. Maybe she was just being polite yet again. I was always one to let negative thoughts win out.
Is this actually a bother for you? If it is, you don't have to stay.
No, not at all. It's not a bother at all for me.
Okay, as long as it's not. I just got the feeling that you were a little removed.
What?
Negative. Oh, no, it's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Get it together, man. The nerve of you to push your insecurities on a girl who's taken a liking to your games and had come all the way from Lyon to see you. You need to, at the very least, make her think that there was some value in coming all the way to Paris. But what would be something good to talk about right now?
Oh, Michael.
Yes?
She was the first to speak. How many times was that now? What kind of books do you like? Since you make games, I'm sure you read a lot, right?
No, I didn't read much. But that was too uncool to say, so I started listing off some books that I had to read for class during college. Let's see, I suppose Rimbaud or maybe Lair is a good place to start.
Oh, yes, indeed. I saw A Season in Hell and Paris Spleen on the Riom Heaven profile. I see you really like literature.
Wow, she even read the profile. I only put those books on to seem a little more cultured. I couldn't claim I liked literature in any meaningful way.
I haven't really read any classic literature. I always get sleepy after I start reading. If only I had studied harder, I could discuss literature on your level. What a shame.
She's so into us, and there is absolutely no reason she should be. This is clearly past memories creating this because Michael's a little bit of a disaster right now. I was willing to bet that even despite that, she knew more, so it was perfect that I didn't have to reveal how clueless I was. So, what kind of books do you read?
Mostly recent stuff. I like thrillers, but also read romance novels too.
Romance. Now, there was something I had literally never read. I imagine I would throw it on the ground after a few pages. People like me who shut themselves in, like me, tended to despise reading about others in love. I didn't want to be reminded of my own loneliness. I guess our reading interests don't match. I chuckled painfully. It may have been my imagination, but she looked peeved about that. But she quickly smiled again.
Okay, maybe our movie interests match,
She said. Why was she suddenly trying to find what hobbies we had in common? And movies, huh? Although I could probably talk about movies more than I could about books.
What kind of movies do you watch, Michael?
One that I really like is Gattaca, but I watch recent ones too.
Gattaca?
Oh, you've never heard of Gattaca? It's directed by Andrew Niccol, and the music is done by the great Michael Nerman, so it's an excellent movie.
I guess I need to expand my tastes. I'll watch it sometime. What kind of movie is it?
The story, well, you should just watch it. It's science fiction set in the near future. It's quite old now, but the visuals are still stunning.
I see. Is there a scene that really stands out?
The last scene is obviously amazing. But yeah, that sex scene was really great too. Yo! What do you think you're doing? That was uncalled for. Borderline harassment. No, that wasn't my intention at all in saying it. I don't know anything about Gattaca. I know of it. What is so amazing about that sex scene? I cannot think of a sex scene in a movie that I would ever sit there and willingly say to another person, you know what, that was just life-changing. And it wasn't a lead-in to some dirty joke either. I was honestly just impressed by how beautifully and dreamlike they did the scene. So much to the point that I thought maybe me sleeping with someone could be a beautiful thing too. No. It doesn't matter what the reason is. It isn't something to say to a girl I only met today. Think before you speak. It was artistic is what I meant. It's not at all a sexually explicit movie or anything.
I see. So you like those kinds of scenes. I'll remember that.
That really sounded like she was taking it the wrong way.
I'll tell you my thoughts on Gattaca after I watch it.
Oh, yeah. I nodded hesitantly, trying to brush away any misunderstanding about the sex scene. What was the sensation? Being able to share with someone else what I liked and having them understand it? I never knew it could be such a calming feeling. There was some bashfulness mixed in there. But honestly, I was looking forward to hear what she thought about it. What words would she use to evaluate a movie I liked? What kind of emotions would she feel watching it? It was a hard to describe feeling, a peculiar feeling. And it was even stranger that I was hoping she liked the movie as much as I did. Aw. There we go. Would you like to watch Busty Made Paradise or South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut? There are our choices. This is why Giselle can't come home with us.
If we have some time after this, would you like to take a walk? I just think Paris can be quite pleasant.
Yeah. I don't mind at all.
Great! She smiled again with that honest look of joy. While losing myself in that beautiful smile, it hit me. This was a date.
Oh my God, Michael. Oh my God.
Paris was as it always was. I'd grown so tired of its streets that I stopped even taking notice of them. But those very streets seemed to show a different side of themselves when I walked with someone else.
I was sure I had seen everything, but now I was starting to notice new things. Like when I stepped off the main boulevard to a smaller road, the scenery totally changed. Or how the deli I often patronized actually had a really neat sign out front. There was so much to see when you actually looked. And all of that was because she was pointing them out. Had I been alone, I would have glossed over it like it was nothing. It wasn't as though the entire world suddenly looked different and worse, but the people walking the streets with their usual glum, cold expressions suddenly looked warmer, more human. It felt like a new emotion toying with me, when it was actually just her exuberance that seemed to liven everything little by little. Were you okay with just walking around? I asked. Paris had enough tourist traps to make you want to scream, and she could have easily gone to a bookstore or taken a stroll in Lyon. But as the words left my mouth, thoughts immediately started to swirl in my brain. Should I pay for her if we go somewhere? And do I even have enough cash on hand to cover what we might do? Tourist traps are nice, but usually I prefer to just wander around town like this. Of course, if I went abroad, I'd want to go nuts and see all the famous spots. But here, I don't know. Going to a tourist spot can make you feel a little anxious. The city of Paris itself, lively like a tourist trap, but it's lively in a different way. I think I know what you mean. You go to a place you think you know, but it feels far away at the same time. Or it makes you feel tense, anxious. I guess that's why when you go sightseeing, you have to kind of psych yourself up for it. Indeed, I had to be in the mood to properly enjoy sightseeing. And I'm always wiped when it's over. Of course, it can be a good kind of tired, like you've recharged and are ready to return to the day-to-day. However, I'm the lethargic type. Before traveling, I don't get eager and bubbly, but rather drained at the prospect alone. I had a feeling she was likely the former. She could psych herself up and enjoy a full day of sightseeing to the max. I realized she had her eyes fixed on me. What? Was I doing something weird without knowing it? Oh, did she want a response to what she said? Right, I had been quiet the whole time she was talking. My goal wasn't sightseeing today. It was to meet you, Michael. I was wrong. She was saying something wonderful. And naturally, I let my eyes wander away awkwardly. How was she able to say things like that? I was wondering. These were the only words I could muster. Should I ask her? I'd been plagued by doubt ever since we left the bookstore. I didn't even have the courage to form a complete sentence. What is it? And here I was, still fumbling over my words. No, never mind, nothing, is what I almost said. I fought that impulse back before finally speaking. So, what did you think? Actually meeting me and all. Nothing was more nerve-wracking than asking for someone's evaluation of me. And this was to someone who had no idea what a game creator was. I knew I was so different than what she had imagined, but I still wanted to ask. You're a really unique and interesting person. What, really? Are you aware that I'm a guy who can't even improv a joke? And when anything unexpected happens, I clam up? So you have anxiety, man, it's fine. Perhaps her idea of interesting was broken, or perhaps she was talking with a Michael from another dimension the whole time. How so? Like when I thought you were just quiet, you were actually looking all around. Oh, so that's what she meant by interesting. And you know so much. I can tell. When you're quiet, you're not zoning out, but rather choosing your words. So it's really fun to talk to you. And it makes me want to talk more about lots of other things. She was being polite. I know, it's social etiquette, so I shouldn't get my hopes up. But even as I told myself that, hearing that she wanted more made me so happy. And I could feel myself wanting to know more and more about her as well. My mind was screaming at me that I was getting in too deep and to turn and run. But I gave in to my emotions and opened my mouth. Me too. I want to talk with you more. She gave that same beaming smile and nodded excitedly. Then, with an overwhelming sense of joy, said,
Yes, of course, let's. We already talked about a next time at the cafe anyway.
Her bright, exuberant nature was making me dizzy. This wasn't like me, not at all. I chose to blame it on the sun and ignored it. After that, we strolled around until the sun went down and had a simple dinner before I walked her to the station. Before I saw her off, she wanted a handshake. Come on, give us a kiss. Let us kiss. I felt like I could never forget the warmth of her touch. Maybe Michael would have died if she'd kissed him. That's actually fair. Okay, so before you forgot that warmth, you hurried home and rubbed one out, I see. I did not rub one out. What is wrong with you?
Jeez, just kidding.
LOL. Your buttons are so easy to push sometimes. Are you a middle schooler or something? Stop it. Shut up. I mean, it seems like she has a thing for you, and it seems like it wasn't a trap after all. I think it would have been proper to take her home at that point. I never had that intention in the first place. What a mess of a 20-something you are. Not like a 27-year-old at all. You speak as if you are one, but in reality, the only 27-year-olds that act grown up are in fiction. Real ones are like me. Well, that might be true. All 20-somethings are like kids. I feel like it should imply that we're capable of rubbing one out in this lifetime. Did we ever figure out whether Michael was capable of it in reincarnation? I know we had the question, but I don't know if we ever had confirmation. So, how was she? What was she like? Was she hot? She was cute, I think. Tig old biddies? Yeah, big. No scars on her arms or anything. Why would you ask that? It's too good to be true. A pretty girl with big tits who's a fan and who came all the way out to see you? It makes no sense unless there's a landmine here. It wasn't like that. It was like... she was just totally normal, I think. Well, I guess I'll just say congrats for now. What? Why? You're one step closer to getting a girlfriend. LOL. Emion laid the jokes on thick, but I would have been happy just seeing her one more time. At least, that's what I felt like I wanted. Having inflated expectations was never good. I had no money, no status, no future, and I was already 27. I would only be a malaise over her life. Oh, that's a good question. What if Emion met Morgana and is thinking about her when mentioning the scars? That's a good question. But after I left her that night, I was refreshing my inbox every few minutes. After not getting an email for a whole day, I could hardly suppress my disappointment. But then a new mail notification popped up, and my body froze from the sudden surge of adrenaline. After reading her opinions of watching Gattaca, I smiled in a way I didn't think I was capable of. She liked it. That one scene included. And in that response, she wrote that we should meet in Dijon next time. That was a city I'd never been to. I immediately opened up a public transit site to look up how to get there. Despite us not even setting a date yet, I had to stay my hand from responding immediately. I wanted to give the impression that I was busy with work, or considering my schedule carefully. Oh, we're trying to play hard to get. Michael, we have nothing to play hard to get with. So after about half a day, I replied, sounds great. I think this is a good place to end now that we're going back into the past or into the game. I don't know what to call it. So, because we're ending here for tonight, next stream is Sunday, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific. Because I'm pretty sure it's Thursday. Please let it be Thursday. It is Thursday. And yeah, thanks for hanging out. As a reminder, if you didn't watch the original playthrough of Fata Morgana, you're probably wondering who the hell some of these characters are. Please go watch it. It's fun. Thanks so much for hanging out, and be back on Sunday. Have a good night, all. Bye.